Today I'm going to share with you a quick strategy for when you have all kinds of to-dos just piling up and what you can do to get ahead of it, and then realizing that's actually a pattern and how you can stop and recognize it. So what I like to call this is close the circle. I learned this from a yoga teacher a few years ago. I wish I could remember their name, but it was an experience that I had and it really stuck with me. And this is basically when you just have so many to-dos and you realize you've opened up all of these circles. So each to-do is a circle, or each project is a circle. And when you open up a circle, you want to make sure that it's closed, right? So that we have a full circle. And even the symbol of a circle is completion and wholeness. And we want to be full circle. So what I started doing was identifying all of my open circles, and then also realizing when I need to open up a circle or when I don't. So I have this blog post that I am posting below, and you can also view on my webpage. But it's so important that you are able to close and have this sense of closure, because what happens is every time you go into a space and that area has this pile or your to-dos or all those open internet tabs, and every time you open up your computer you automatically just feel it, right? It's as if your energy is getting pulled and sucked into this realm of irritation and overwhelm. And realizing how you actually feel when things are closed and when you've completed something. So a couple of steps for this is thinking about the projects that you have or projects that are coming up, and intentionally say, I am opening a circle. And your goal is to close that circle as quickly as possible, but also with your heart into it, right? So you might want to draw or write it or draw a circle or say it out loud what that circle is, because when we say things, we're speaking it. And then we have to hold ourselves accountable for it, because then that's being truthful for ourselves. Then if you're tempted to open up another circle, you then stop and you verbally say again, no, I need to close the circle. So it keeps you focused on what your task is at hand. And sometimes this circle may take a little bit longer, but you know which circles they are. And then after that happens, just breathe, and knowing that you closed that circle, it completely lifts things off your shoulders. So I was inspired to share this today because I actually took a closing circle day or a little bit of allotted time today to do it. And so all of these open circles, I wanted to make sure they were closed. And so this works best when you have really small tasks, but it can also work for the big tasks too. So check out my blog post, and there's also tips that you can also explore. And there's one tip that I do want to share. If you share this with your family, colleagues, or friends, or your children, you can see that I like to also use that with my hands. So if you're noticing, you can teach this and share this with them, but then you can also use this as kind of like a cue for each other. You have a lot of open circles right now. We want to make sure that we're closing our circles. And it's just something to keep close to your heart, because when we are relaxed and we can manage ourselves and everything around us, and then we can have a much more calm approach and grounded approach in all that we do. So I look forward to continuing to learn and share some helpful tools and strategies with you. And as always, the butterfly within me sees, honors, and values the butterfly within each and every one of you. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day today.